The city of New Orleans, really a sight to see and a wonderful place to visit. We're happy to be here tonight. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. You look at the Nuggets. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
When you look at this visiting team, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Featuring out there with Shorty. Then it's Big Smooth. Then it's D. And for the Pelicans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg. And the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Floats one up and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's B-Train. Here's Slaughter, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And here's New Orleans now. Ball, the pass to Holiday. At the top of the key, Favors. Knocked away. Here's Williamson, and he makes that one.
Yeah, the broad shoulders, the long arms, very difficult to challenge Zion's shot with any level of effectiveness.
And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Shorty. He's covered by Ball. Uncovered. Jump shot is good. Big Smooth got his second basket of the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Holiday finds Ball. Here's Favors. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Pass to B-Train. The 3. The second chance effort. It's deflected.
The 7'3" wingspan. Ingram's reach makes him a defensive factor.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. There's a lot of expectations, high expectations when you're the #1 overall pick in the draft. You know it well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's something that I wanted. You know, Derek Coleman was from Detroit, and 2 years earlier, he was the #1 pick, and I'd always been a fan of his, so I felt like he was passing the baton, and I had to kind of do what he did. And then Shaquille O'Neal was Rookie of the Year before myself and the #1 pick. And so for me, I looked at it as, yeah, a pretty big weight, but the honor was more than the weight, and I was honored to be picked #1, and I relished in that, and I had great teammates that allowed me to flourish in that role. Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Ball. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Ball. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Good at getting into the lane. Ball, I mean, you can see how confident he is on the drive.
Here's Shorty. He's covered by Ball. The pass to Shorty. A three-pointer is right on target. Shorty's got 6.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Holiday goes in. Williamson kicks to Holiday. Ball's knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. Here's B-Train. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Now here is Holiday. 5 points in the game. 1:51 left in the first quarter. And the basket is good.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. The Pelicans making a switch here. Moore's checked in. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers, playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Eric, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
And the shot goes in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Thompson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Moore against Thompson. Here's Okafor. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
Redick surveying the D. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Thompson against Redick. The drive by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now here's Redick. He's provided them with some scoring punch and is averaging 13 points a game.
Look, one of Redick's favorite shots. If defenders are going to lay off him, he's going to torch him.
Now Thompson. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston. From downtown, drops in the tray. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And so it's the visiting team heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
He's out there with Hart. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's Okafor in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Baller. And no good that time. Excellent D there from Okafor. Outside, Redick. They get a hand on it. Okafor kicks to Hart. Moore in the corner. Wide open look. And he hits the jump shot. Moore's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Solid ball movement there. I like seeing Hart make an effort to get it to his open guys.
Baller passes to B. Inside. Here's Slaughter. Pelicans pull it in.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So we're going to say they're going to be familiar with each other, huh? But even so, these teams will learn about each other tonight. So much changes from year to year.
From deep. Good on the triple.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Redick passes to Okafor. Moore outside. Here's the break. Here's the lob to the hoop. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Pelicans trail by 4. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a two-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Now, here's Ball. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game.
If Ingram is knocking down this shot consistently, good luck. You see the comparisons to Kevin Durant on that shot.
Here's B, the pass to Aguilar. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Right side Holiday. Again, the Pelicans score.
Okay, that's the shot he loves. I mean, unless there's a guy right in his jersey, he's going to convert.
Here's Big Daddy. Shoots the 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Outside Holiday. Tipped away. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded close. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Ball with a wide open look. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And how about that? When Ball is drilling big threes like there, it's fun to watch.
Pass to Big Daddy. Tries to keep it alive. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Pelicans. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for New Orleans, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
We all know talking the talk is easy, but carrying through, that's another story. The naysayers' predictions were basically on point.
Knocks it loose, unhindered, going all the way. That one goes. Count it. B's got 4 points this quarter. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. Oh, that was something else.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Holiday. He's got 10. To the inside, Williamson. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. 1:25 left here in the second. Gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Big Daddy. Drills the three-pointer. Big Daddy's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, it was just a mystery what the defense was doing there. You never want to give him that much space outside the three-point line.
And Holiday kicks the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Ingram. Steps back and shoots. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Cool under pressure. Ingram showing his poise with timing, running low.
The Big Daddy passes to Aguilar. Passes it to B. Takes the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Big Daddy's got his second bucket tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ball finds Favors. Now Ingram. Got a piece of it. Puts it up from 12. Second shot opportunity. And the pass to Big Daddy. Tries from 10. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's the visiting team holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Alvin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. Checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed. The joke they needed. I mean, wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
Yeah, Greg, and that's somewhat of a surprise. I mean, but he's been really patient and unselfish.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Shorty, also B-Train out there. G out there with Big Smooth.
Nice rhythm, nice release. Williamson is making strides with the jumper.
Ingram comes with the double team. Pass to D. Here's Shorty. He's covered by Favors. Passes it to D. Just 5 on the clock. From the arc. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 9.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Here's Holiday. Favors trying to break free, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Drew Holiday. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Poked away. The dive for the ball. And here is Williamson. He has 6. Now here's Ball. He's guarded closely. 6 to shoot for 3. And that's good. J.J. Redick for 3. Redick's got 9. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And it's Shorty with the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Pelicans, Josh Hart comes in for Brandon Ingram. And Moore subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Here's Okafor. The shot from the low post is good. Okafor's got his second basket.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Shorty the pass to D. Baller covered by Redick. Over to the left wing. 3 on the clock. Here's Shorty. And the 3 ball is good. Shorty's got 8 here in the quarter.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Pass to Okafor. Redick up top. He's got 9. Moore outside. Back to Redick. Releases. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 11 points in the game. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach that's only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way that we just don't need.
Money's checked in for Shorty.
You got to respect Hart's range if you're the defense. He's proven to be dangerous from distance.
Thompson with it. He's got 7. Over Moore. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got 9 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Stolen by Thompson. And they're pushing it up. Here's Aguilar. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Moore. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. 8 points for him.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
And stolen by Redick. Here's Hart. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And there's the pass to Hayes. Moore outside. It's tipped. And Hayes kicks to Redick. 5 to shoot. From deep. Thompson with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Off with the layup. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 11. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Pelicans shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Here's B-Train. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the visiting team with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Favors is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Okafor in at the foul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he makes the first. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
He gets it in there. 8 points for Big Daddy.
For the most part, he's been sitting back tonight, letting his teammates carry the load. Nothing wrong with that.
Ball dishes to Favors. Kicks it to Holiday. Pass the ball. Lets it fly from 18. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 5 assists in the game. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line.
Shooting one.
Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Back to Ball. New Orleans moving it around. Passes it to Holiday. Knocked loose. It's tipped. 2 seconds left. And here they come. Power down with both hands.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to Favors. Now the dish to Holiday. Ball against Thompson. Back to Favors. And it's blocked. Baller. He's covered by Ingram. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the dude.
The first free throw is good. Shorty, he's checked in for Thompson. He hits both from the stripe. Pelicans trail by 17. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. The pass to Shorty. Here's B-Train. Clock at 4. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in.
And while they have the lead, they're not doing nearly as much work on the offensive boards as they did in that first half.
Outside Holiday. Poked loose, out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Williamson, got a hand on it. Here's B-Train, he's covered by Ball.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. To stop the run, Favors trying to break free, and Ball with the lay-in. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the level of concentration. It has to be demoralizing for the D, seeing him sink these hard shots.
Pass to D. Here's Shorty. Buries the long-range jumper. Shorty's got 14 points here in the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Got a piece of it, and it's the Pelicans with the ball. Ball kicks to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. Clock at 2. Shots good by Alexander Walker.
Great work right there on the inbounds play. Getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
B covered by Redick. Here's B from beyond the arc and then some.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Reddick passes to Hayes. 1:03 left in the fourth. New Orleans moving it around, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hart's checked in. Shot clock at 3. Here's Miller. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Good job taking advantage of the size mismatch. There's no way that jumper's getting blocked.
Passes to De La Cruz. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. That one good for 2.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And Hayes kicks to Williams. Dishes to Miller. From deep three-point range, but they get it back. Tries again. The shot's good from Hayes.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Hayes with the steal. Here's Hart. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Yeah, you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.